What's up, guys? It's Bobby and Taylor.
Good morning.
East Carolina Rides here at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Good to have you back, Taylor.
Good to be back.
So people have been listening to me ramble on for the last two episodes. I think they'll enjoy this break from the Bobby show. But we got a couple things we're going to talk about. We're in January. It's a brand new year. And this is a long month before we have a short month. So it's kind of like this is the time to get some sales because it might be hard to hit the 15 or 17 goal that we normally set ourselves. But congrats on Salesman of the Month last month, bro.
Thank you.
20 cars. You were the only one, I think, this year to get a little over 20 cars.
Yeah.
So it's been that kind of year, but
it's been rough.
We do have a lot of people that spreads around because there's a lot of folks that sell that 13 plus. But it's a lot of work, and I think deserve the congrats, man. So
Thank you.
we're going to talk about a few things. I guess the outline talks about 84 months, and that being more common nowadays. Which the last episode I did was about leasing, so it's kind of the flip side of 84 months is that you can kind of escape that reality to get to a lower payment by leasing as opposed to 84 months. But 84 months is way more common than what it used to be.
Yeah. Now people are asking if there's a 96 month.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. And the reality is it exists, but would I ever recommend it to somebody?
Absolutely not.
Because we're not going to see that person for another 4 years at minimum, unless they're just paying quick on it.
Well, and most people don't keep cars as long as they say they're going to keep cars either.
Right.
Like my wife keeps her car forever. Mm-hmm. I think she traded at the 9-year mark for hers.
Oh wow! Yeah,
and so
that's an eternity in our business.
Exactly. So she's one of the anomalies, but I'm talking with her. I'll tell her how often some people trade 6 months.
Right. Yeah.
And she's like, she thinks that's the most insane thing.
Well, 6 months is kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I mean, every 3 years to her is crazy.
Right.
Like people trading every 3 years. I was telling her, some people.
And that's a normal trade cycle, that 3 months.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's normal. But for her, it was like the craziest thing she'd ever heard. Once every 3 years.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna buy a car and you're truly gonna keep it for 10 years and you're not planning on trading it and you're one of those willpower type of people,
right?
Then 96 months is good for you. But if you got some type of inkling that you're gonna be trading in every 3 years,
yeah, don't go that route.
Yeah, don't go. Definitely don't go 96. 84 is a tough one to get traded out of in reality.
Because you get close to that bumper to bumper running out, and if you drive more than 12,000 miles a year, you're going to run out before the 3-year mark. Yeah. And then you get to consider that powertrain warranties only last 5 years, 60 for the majority. So 60 months, you still got 24 months left. That's 2 years where you don't have any coverage, even if you don't drive a lot. So,
Ram does have the 100,000 mile.
Oh, well, that's true. Yeah. Powertrain for Ram is unbeatable right now.
Yeah, 10 years, 100,000 miles.
they did that for the 96-month loan funds. People who do it 96 months will probably need to put a warranty out there to cover them.
Yeah.
But we see it more often, and leasing. I just don't think we do it enough here at the store. But I don't think that people have it in their brain that it's a good idea.
They don't trust. People don't trust the lease.
Yeah, it's this connotation built into your head that you're never going to own it. But when the bank has the title to your car or truck, man, you don't own it either.
Yeah, you don't own it.
It's just a matter of whether you want a payment or you want a service bill most of the time, Yeah. 84 months, while it is certainly available, you're gonna pay for it in the long run. So if you can avoid it, 72, used to be that was the long term.
Yeah.
And when we first started, and even before that, that was like way long. 60 months was long.
Yeah, 60 months. Most people are 48 to 60 months. The older generation, that's what their thoughts are. Like, 60 is my max. And then you show them 72-month payment, and you're like, oh, well, maybe.
Yeah. But, the reality is this stuff's more expensive, and, most people are having to do that because it hasn't balanced for people's income versus how much a payment on a, $40,000 or $50,000
just
car
gotten
is.
so high nowadays. It's just, the prices are, you're looking at a $60,000 truck 4 or 5 years ago. It used to be 35 to 40. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, same equipment. It was
Same exact truck.
considerably less.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first new truck I bought after rebates and discounts was like $30,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
It was a work truck, 2-wheel drive, but with the Hemi.
Yeah.
And $30,000.
and now it's 48.
Right.
50.
Yeah, and that's if you happen to get all the rebates and discounts.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but you do have a lot of built-in value though that comes along with that 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty on the 26s. We do have the Hemi back, and that's our other main talking point. But I think everybody knows now the Hemi's back. It's been a great engine for us for years, and I think people are just surprised when they crank it up when they had a Hemi.
Yeah.
That threw me off the first time. I was like, "Daggone."
Well, it is a better exhaust system in that truck than what it was before. You have to admit that.
Oh yeah, no, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Sounds aggressive.
The whole thing was that people wanted to hear the noise. Well,
Yeah.
you got it with the GT exhaust.
You got it now. And it's not like crazy loud. Like, it's not one of those people that delete the whole muffler system or anything like that. But it sounds really good. It sounds very good.
Yeah.
So they did a good job with that.
Yeah, and I guess we just got our first new models, the 26s. Have you driven one of the 26 Grand Cherokee, the Jeep line? So the 26 Grand Cherokee with the 2-liter 4-cylinder. Have you driven it yet?
I still ain't drove it.
Oh, okay.
I still have not driven it. I'm still cleaning up and setting up. It's been a rough couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. So
when you get busy, it's tough to get out there and do stuff sometimes when you got, like, I remember when the hurricane first came in, it took me like 3 or 4 weeks before I actually got it on the road to see what it was like in the new trucks. Because we had it in the Wagoneer, but every vehicle handles a little different.
yeah.
But I think it's important to mention that 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo is not the same 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo that has been around.
Right.
And I did take it for a drive, and it is impressive as far as the get up and go. The Wrangler, great engine. The amount of torque and horsepower it has is decent, but the horsepower is less than 300. This one in the Grand Cherokee has over 300, it's like 330 horsepower, and it's noticeable. It's actually more peppy than the V6. The downside is I think it's a little bit more noisy when it does the auto engine stop start. That's the only thing that I noticed as far as a negative.
Yeah.
But you got the button. You just hit the button. You don't want to hear it.
Cut it
You just
off,
hit you just hit the little A button, which that's been like the toughest thing to battle ever since they came out with.
People hate it.
That on the auto engine stop start, man.
People hate it.
I don't understand why we can't, as a whole, as a community of consumers and dealers alike, just say, please drop the auto engine stop start.
Yeah, dude. Like, they despise that thing. It's like, and it's always the same thing. It's like, well, I don't want to wear out my starter. Well, it's got a separate starter for it. It's got a separate,
Right.
battery, and
Yeah.
so it's not really putting wear and tear on the actual starter itself. But there are two.
Yeah.
So I think it's a lack of understanding. Kind of goes back to the lease thing. It's a lack of understanding
Right.
of what it is you're doing and what you got, and they just don't care to understand it.
Yep. They're just going to have that notion in their head, and I get it. I mean, look, I don't disagree.
I remember when it first came out, there was a woman that came out here and test drove one, and she was like, it was a Grand Cherokee. I think maybe it was something. I can't remember exactly what it was because we didn't put them in every. I think it started in the Cherokee.
Right. Yeah.
So it might have been a Cherokee she was looking at.
That was like in the V6 back in 2014.
Right. And so she was like, she went to test drive and she was like, do all of them have this? And I was like, yeah, like you can, you know.
You want the V6, you're going to have it.
And her response was, I think this was back in 2015 or something like that.
Yeah.
And she said, well, I'm not buying nothing with something like that on it. Well, look at you now. You bought something with it.
I was going to say, yeah, if you had money in the last 10 years ago, maybe you avoided it.
Yeah, but you bought something with it nowadays. Because I think the only thing we have now that don't have it, well, not everything, I think, except for the diesels. Like,
diesel, the heavy duty stuff doesn't have it.
Yeah, because the Hemis came back out with the E-Torque. All of them have the E-Torque now.
Standard E-Torque.
That's what I was getting ready to say was like, if you get a Ram, but now it's...
the last bastion of hope was our original Charger.
Yeah.
And the 300, you didn't have to hit the button on those. You know, so I think that was the last of the last in our regular, what you would consider consumer products, because heavy duty is more commercial.
Right.
But yeah, that's that's never going to end. We're just, as salespeople, you know, you're going to have to contend with that.
Deal with it.
We are
consumers need to deal with it. Like,
we didn't come up with the engineering plan for this to become a standard feature on everything.
Customers are looking at it, I hate that thing. I can't. Where's the button?
We have to agree as salespeople and just move along because
just move forward.
Because I mean, admittedly, you go over to Honda, you go to Toyota, you go to Nissan, you go to Chevy, you go to Ford. Every single vehicle out there has it now.
If anybody was pushing not to have it, it would be Chrysler. Like it would be the Dodge products.
Right.
Out of anybody, because like. Their thing is more power. How much gas can I put? You know, how fast can I make this thing? You know? I was waiting on them to put a Hellcat in a Dodge Journey. Is what I was waiting on.
I did see. Of course, there's a huge Mopar community, but somebody, I guess, took the notion of this Hellcat Pacifica.
Yeah.
They put it into reality. They made the Hellcat Pacifica.
Wow. I bet that was cool.
Dude, I mean, you know, when we come from the Mopar world, which you've had Mopar pod. I know you're driving a Lincoln now, but you've had a Ram with the Hemi.
I miss my Ram.
I mean, I miss my Hemi. I have a 4.7, and it just don't sound the same, you know.
No, I bet it don't feel the same either.
No, the get up and go is flat. Like you hit the pedal and it's like, I push it all the way down like I used to, and my truck just chugs along. I can make a pass, but it's not quite as potent as that Hemi.
Yeah.
But, you know, we had the crate engines. We had the Elephant, crate engine for a while, where you could get basically the big Hellcat. And the community is what I think brought us back to life. You know, them complaining brought our CEO back that was more performance driven. You know, Ram now is back in NASCAR. You know, we've got the Hellcat truck, the TRX, coming back for 26. And then they kept the Durango alive. That's something that I thought maybe it might be a little long in the tooth. You know, the Durango's been around since 2012 or something like that in its form. You know, with little changes. You know, and 8-speed transmission. They
just modernized it, I guess.
Little modern refreshes.
It's been that same body style for some time.
Yeah. So 14 years later, still got the Durango, except for we still got the Hellcat version of it, which came out as that was probably 5 years ago. They said it was done,
right,
and then they brought it right back. But the 6.4 Hemi version of it is now the RT,
right?
You know, and then they have the GT Hemi, which is the V8. So they kind of kept the dream alive for those performance people in the Durango.
Yeah.
That's one product that won't have the auto engine stop start.
The Durango?
Yeah, the 6.4 Hemi.
Okay.
Yeah, They won't put that in there. And then the Hellcat, obviously, if they did that to a Hellcat, oh my God, hell would be raised.
Be a lot of mad people, man.
Yeah. But yeah, we've still got about half the month left. You've been working anything, talking to anybody that's with unusual circumstances? Or, no.
No, my leads went cold, man. I had a hot start to the month. Just coming off of last month, came into this month pretty strong and rolling, and then just hit a wall.
Really?
Yeah, it was, had some things going on, personal stuff at home.
Yeah. And you got to focus on family and what's going on in the home life. I know in the car business, there's a lot of what do you call it? I don't know if you call it a pundit, but there's a lot of people that talk in the car business about what to do in the car business. You got to leave the personal life out of it. We're human beings.
Yeah.
We're going to have to deal with what we got to deal with, and the reality is that it's part of why I did this podcast, is to show people that we're not just
humans.
Yeah, we're just like y'all as consumers. It's just that we put on a name badge and we come out here and we do have to push a product to make money and put food on the plate for our families, ourselves. So, I'm dealing with some stuff in the back end that I have at my household, and I have to kind of like try to put it in the back of my mind while I'm here, and try to maintain a positive attitude. But man, it's difficult sometimes,
Yeah.
And I think it's important that you have that, if you are in car sales, to have some kind of structure outside of the business,
It's important to have a life outside of this, because if you let it and allow it, this place can consume you. Like, I'll get calls from management on your day off, and it's like, "Hey, you need to come in for this, and this," and it's like, bro. I had my dad called me the week before Christmas. It was my last day off before Christmas, and I had zero shopping done, and I was like,
Oh no!
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, you got a customer?" I called, and they coming in, this and that, yada yada yada. I said, "Man, this is
You
my
knew I
life."
was on vacation.
Yeah, no, I was like, it was my Tuesday day off, and I was like, man, this is my last day before Christmas, man. Like, I ain't, like, you about to work me to death.
Yeah, you did the same thing I did. I waited like 2 days before Christmas. Like, I guess I should probably get out there and
get some
do a couple
stuff.
things.
So,
Yeah, but a lot of it is just kind of powering through, and you almost have to kind of like laugh at the situation sometimes. Like, in hindsight, that's funny, but in the moment,
it angers you. Like, it angers you. It's, man, you get off the phone and you just start fussing, and it's like, oh, this ain't godlike. Later on, you take a look back and you're like, all right, well, God wouldn't be happy with that reaction.
But that's a part of it, man. We got to do our best to manage our emotions. And,
Man,
it's I've seen some blow ups in the showrooms, so either from customers or from management or from salespeople, and you got to try anyways to maintain your composure, maintain some professionalism. But
Bobby's the best at that. Like, out of all the salesmen I think we've worked with,
I've had
Bobby
my
is
moments
the best.
too, bro.
Well, you have, and I'm not saying that, but like, Bobby's good at keeping his composure and just kind of like, talks real soft and calm to the customer.
A little woosah moment.
Yeah, but sometimes he'll get out, just leave. I think you fired a customer one time. We had a guy coming in.
You got to sometimes.
What was that guy that one that peed all over the thing?
Please. I don't even want to think about it. It was not a good situation. Now, he was sick, and I gave him a lot of leeway.
A lot.
But there's a certain point where somebody can use
Their
whatever's going on in their life to just sort of mount up things against the reality of them being a disturbance, and he truly was. It was disturbing, not just the dealership but other customers, and it was almost to a point where it was like dangerous.
I never met that guy. I never met him, but I know.
And I just had to take him to the side. It was not like a confrontational thing, I try to. I mean, in sales, we're going to be confrontational, but at the desk in a professional manner. But I had to confront them and tell them on the side. I was like, "Look, bud, you're no longer welcome here." And unfortunately, even though you bought some cars from me, we've got to part ways. And and it's just the thing you've got to do sometimes in life in general is just to cut ties. And I hate that it had to be kind of like abrupt like that, but you gotta you gotta call it when you call it. It's like that's it. That's the line. You gotta draw it in the sand.
Yeah.
But it's just you gotta pray for folks, man.
Yeah.
Pray for folks.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, we've got a little bit different recording schedule, so we'll see how things go, how up to date our news is going to be when we come out with news.
On Friday,
yeah, we're starting to record on Tuesdays, and we're going to be posting on Fridays. So you might see a little bit of delay. We'll be like, yeah, we just got this in. You come out to the dealership, and you're like, oh yeah, that sold like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So we got to be careful about what we talk about. That might be a temporary thing, but hopefully we can get right back into the swing of things. And for 2026, we're kind of in like season 2 now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
This is episode 12. Really episode 13 if you count our little pilot episode we did.
Yeah.
We didn't ever air that one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was a little janky. We had.
It was upstairs in the conference room. We got interrupted.
Yeah. It was.
Mike come walking in and was just staring at us.
Yeah, it's like, what's going on, guys?
Yeah.
It's meeting time.
Yeah.
You're in my seat.
Yeah. Which is how we ended up in the used car building.
Yeah. This little studio area has worked out. I'm thinking, we might do something different. I know having the East Carolina rides in the background, but I had a friend that watches a lot of podcasts, and we're going to continue to grow. But, he said, have some stuff in the background or, have like props and stuff like that. And I don't know. You guys let us know in the comments if you want to see something a little more than just this, sort of flat background in the back. And we'll, maybe take some feedback.
Make it more like an office setting type of thing.
Something that's a little more homey and inviting, because we're going to continue to have guests.
Yeah.
And I think with the new setup here, if we can expand out and go a little wider, because this little screen that we got behind us is only so wide,
Right, yeah.
We were squeezed in tight when Brian was in here.
Yeah.
That was it was snug.
Yeah, it was pretty tight.
But appreciate you guys joining us again. We'll see you next week. Taylor, you got anything before we go?
I think that's it. I think that's everything for me.
All right. Well, thanks again for coming back, bud, and good to see you on the show
Yes,
again.
sir. Thank you.
And we'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching.
See you
Have a
guys.
good one.